Hi, and welcome to my new episode about SymbOS. SymbOS is a multitasking operating system which runs on Z80 based home computers, and I would like to show you how you can install and configure SymbOS on your home computer. So let's go. Currently you see the startup screen of my MSX computer, which shows you MSX Basic, which was developed by Microsoft in the 80s, as you can see. So in this screen, I learned a little bit of programming back then, and I was really glad that I could do things like this, like hello world. And now I have a listing, and I can execute it, and the computer says hello world. So that was pretty amazing for me back then. And now it turns out that there is a new operating system for my home computer. It's called SymbOS. And with SymbOS, I have the possibilities to have multitasking, networking. It's actually like Windows 95 on your home computer. And I was really surprised when I saw it the first time. So I really like to show you how it works and how we can install it. So to do this, first I have to go to MSX-DOS, which I can do like calling MSX-DOS. And I will do it like call system, which starts MSX-DOS. And here we are. So I already prepared a little bit, of course, for this episode. So the installation files are already on drive C, and I will show you like the directory. It's called symsetup.com, and it's actually not a website, but it is an executable in MSX-DOS to start a program. Okay, let's start it. Sim setup. Oh, a typo. Sim setup. Okay, here we have the start screen, and we can choose for one installing a new SymbOS installation, or I have an expert mode which you can use to do reconfiguration of your or system or load drivers or changes. But for now I just press 1 because I have a new installation, so I will press 1. Okay, and now I have to choose a destination path. Yeah, for fun, I really like to call it Windows because SymbOS is like Windows 95. So my destination directory will be Windows, just for fun. Okay, and now I press Enter. And SymbOS is saying actually, do you want to continue? I'm able to create a directory and I want to continue. Yes, I want that as well. So okay, now we are copying the files from the package installation package to the hard drive. And what's really amazing is how fast it is compared to the installation back then when I used Windows 95. It took ages to complete this part. So it's really amazing that within a couple of seconds the copying part of the operating system is done. So let's see what's happening now. I have to press the key. Okay, SymbOS is now detecting my storage devices. Actually, it sees two storage devices. One Sunrise EDA interface, which is currently my primary hard drive. And it detects also my Philips VD2793 floppy drive as well. And yes, it's correct. It's in slot 3.1 as well. So yeah, the screen, everything looks fine. So I just save it like this. Okay. And the next step is to detect my boot drive. And that's actually what I told my EDA interface. So press 1. And it's currently on my master drive, and I know it's on my 4th partition, so I press 4, and this is correctly, so yes, save it, and then press a key, and I'm done. Yes. Okay, SymbOS, the SymbOS installation is now putting me back to the MSX-DOS command line, where yes, I can actually execute sim. which is, let's show the first line of this directory, the first file. It's actually the executable to start the operating system. So I will start it right now. Okay, now it's booting and it's starting. Oh, I can see already the taskbar, the start menu. Okay, now it started. Let's change the resolution first because that's maybe more convenient to watch this movie. I will delete this widget first and I will go to the lowest resolution on my MSX system. Okay, here we are. So I hope this is more convenient to watch SymbOS. Of course, we can always switch back to another resolution, but for now, I think this is fine. Okay, first I want to show you the start menu. There's a start menu like in Windows 95, and of course we have some desktop icons like the task manager, which I can execute. As told before, SymbOS is a multitasking operating system. That means that you can run multiple tasks at the same time. So that is really new for a home computer. So that this was not possible in the 80s back then. At least not on my home computer. Okay, as you can see, my system has 512 kilobytes of RAM, and I used 193, and I still have something available. And currently, these are the processes that are running in SymbOS. And over here, you can see my applications. Actually, there's one application running, and it's the Task Manager. There is also a SymbOS Advanced process running application, but that's more running in the background, and that is doing some internal processes for you. So let's try some applications. The first application I really like to show is the command line, the shell application. It's so cool that you just can run a command line within a window. So I was very surprised to see this when I saw it at the first time. So what you can do actually is you can just browse your disk like you can do in DOS, but then in a window. And there's a list of commands available as well in the help section. So there's a help section, and it shows you all the commands that are available in the shell as well. A funny thing, for example, which you also can do is change, for example, the background color. I'm taking now the orange color and the text in black, just for fun. Let's see what's happening. Yes, it works. So, and now I can use it as well. Okay, a nice feature of this is the full screen mode because it's a bit faster in full screen. So you still have this Windows directory, and I can do the directory, and it's still fast in full screen. Of course, I can do that in a Windows mode as well, but it will be a little bit slower. And there are also some nice command lines like unzip, a zipper, which you can use to unzip some files. But there is even an HTTP downloader, and that's called wget. And that you can use to download files from the internet as well. In my system is not running the network daemon, so this is something I cannot show you in emulator mode, but if you have a real machine with real hardware, you can use that as well. Okay, let's go back, full screen. And of course I can exit again, and it will save all my settings, so colors are still there, and funny part is you can of course run a second shell of even a third one if you like. And of course, we can see in the task manager that 3 shells are running at the moment. And yeah, the fun thing is I can kill one. So it's not the correct way of closing an application. You can do it like this as well, of course, but it's possible in a multitasking environment. Yes, like I showed, you have help options in the command line. So if you are looking for a command, just press help and then you can see all the commands, like I showed before. But you can also say, okay, I want to help about the deer, and it shows you how to use uh, this command as well. Or you can use time, you can set the time, the date. There are a lot of nice commands you can use in the command line. But yeah, of course, we don't need a command line anymore nowadays on our home computers. So we can also use SymbCommander to browse your storage device. Currently, I have two storage devices attached. One is the EDA controller, it's my hard drive, and I still have a floppy drive. So there are also some files on my floppy drive as well. In SymbCommander, there's a nice feature which is really uh, good to know about, because there's an option where you can extend the entry of files which was showed in SymbCommander. By default, it's set to 100 because to save memory. But if you have enough memory, you can extend it to 200 or even 500. It's just what you like. I put it here on 496 as well. So let's minimize this again. And we are back on the desktop, which actually gets us to the next point. If you look in the start menu, you can see that only SymbCommander is over there because it's an empty installation of SymbOS. So what we can do is add a new start menu item to the start menu. And therefore we start the control panel, then we go to the start menu, and over here you can browse the start menu in a more convenient way, like we are now over here, and we just say add a shortcut, and okay, all my applications are in this folder because I put them there. And now we go to, for example, Notepad, and I say refresh, and I do a minimize of this, and now I have Notepad in my start menu. So actually I can add subfolders in my start menu, new items, everything you like. It's completely dynamic in that way. Okay, let's execute Notepad. Okay, it works. So hello Notepad. So that's cool. Notepad is really a nice application as well. You can select files, you can copy, and paste it again, and paste it again, paste it again, and you can maximize it. It's really a flexible application. You can even change the font type to a default small font, or to another font like a micro. It's really small, so it's what you like. So that's really cool. Okay, I can close this one. No, I don't want to save anything. And what I can do for the start menu, I can do for icons on the desktop as well. So currently you see 4 icons, but I can add a new one, like the notepad, for example. And I just go to the wizard and I say I want a new shortcut. And the shortcut, I have to say, of course, which which application I want to shortcut. And then I go to apps over here and to notepad, for example, again, like this. And I can change the text. This is notepad. Okay, next. And I can select an icon as well. And then it's done. Now it's on the desktop and I can move it where I want it to move. And actually I can also change the name by clicking on the text label. Okay. And it's also possible for example, to change it again or to change the icon. I'm not sure if I have any icons on my system. Oh yes, I have a folder. Oh yes, I have some icons. So I choose another one like the font icon and I say okay. So that's all possible and you can arrange them, auto arrange. It's what you like. You can even copy and paste icons like this multiple times as well. So you can fill up your desktop with icons. Okay, I will delete this and this one, and then I will change this back to the original icon. I hope I still have it somewhere. Icons, hopefully. It's the N of Notepad. Oh, that was a different one. Go back to the SymbOS icons, Notepad, Notepad, Norton. No, let's go. Here it is. Okay. Okay, it's changed back. Okay, let's have a look at the task manager again. Some nice feature is, by the way, on most applications have this help function, which you can browse for help topics. And that's really nice because sometimes you want to know something about an applications like shortcuts or how to use the application, and you can find it over here. So yeah, almost every application have this help function, like here in SimCommander. If I go to the help topics, I see here the overview of the help topics in SimCommander. I can even search for a keyword as well, and it shows you how to use it, what other comments are, the configuration, things like that. So that's really helpful. So okay, let's close this as well. Okay, let's have a look to what's on my hard disk. There are already a lot of applications which are developed for symbols, like a calculator, which you can use like this, or oh, it's even a scientific format as well, or a Minesweeper program, a little game like this, which you can play not like I do, but at least advanced, if you are so good in this game. So, and there are also the Notepad, but there's a Pac-Man, which is really funny. Because of the multitasking, you can even start it twice if you like. So I am now running Pac-Man 2 times, as you can see in the task manager as well. Pac-Man, so I will kill one, and okay, this one as well. And now I can do that one as well. Okay, so Pac-Man, and there's even a SimAmp, which is really funny because it looks like a Winamp, and it's able to play MP3 files as well. But you need special hardware for that, and currently I'm in an emulator, so that's not possible. But there are some movies on YouTube which shows you MP3 playback as well. So that's really nice. And there's even a picture viewer which you can use. Let's see if I have some pictures on my system. Images, I think. Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's open this one. Not sure what it is. Okay, so there's even a picture viewer. I'm currently in 16 color mode, so yes, all those applications are really available at the moment. Even the video player, and there's even some Tetris game which you can play. And what I really like about this Tetris game is that it is scalable. So this is application you can run like this, but if you say no, I want it full screen, you get it like this. Or no, you say no, I don't want it full screen, I want it a little bit smaller. Oh, you can play it even like this. So that's really funny. That's I like that game very much. And there is also another game like Columns, which is actually a Seika clone of the Columns game, which is yeah, somehow the same as Tetris, but then with color blocks, and you have to collect them as well. But I really like SymbOS and the multitasking, and that's really I'm really surprised how everything works so well. Okay, let's close this one as well. And now we are back on the desktop again. So this was my first episode of how SymbOS works. Hopefully next time I can show you some other nice applications like network applications, because SymbOS can connect to the internet as well. So, but therefore we need real hardware, and so I have to do something in my setup to make a movie of that. Okay, see you next time.